Okay, today for our D&D cantrip, we're checking out Booming Blade. This comes from Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. It's an evocation cantrip, casting time of 1 action, range of self. Components are semantic and material, and it lasts for 1 round. You brandish the weapon used in the spell's casting and make a melee attack with it against one creature within 5 feet of you. So your action is, hey, I'm going to cast a spell. Part of casting the spell is brandishing the weapon, so you slide your hand along the blade, and the blade gets covered in the magical light. The other part of casting the spell is making that melee attack. So you do both in 1 action, but it doesn't count as an attack action, it counts as casting a spell. On a hit with that melee attack, the target suffers the weapon attack's normal effects and they become sheathed in booming energy until the start of your next turn. If the target willingly moves 5 feet or more before then, the target takes 1d8 thunder damage and the spell ends. So basically, you hit them, and if you successfully hit them, if they want to move, they are going to have to take damage to do it. At higher levels, this is where it gets interesting. At 5th level, the melee attack deals an extra 1d8 thunder damage to the target on a hit, and the damage the target takes from moving increases to 2d8. So basically, you hit with that short sword, that's 1d6 piercing, but at 5th level, it's all 1d6 piercing plus 1d8 thunder damage for that melee attack. And if they move before the start of your next turn, that's an additional 2d8, and then those rolls increase at 11th level to be 2d8 and 3d8, and then 17th level to be 3d8 and 4d8. So this is definitely a spell that I skip out on a lot because, doing a normal weapon attack and then just they take 1d8 thunder damage if they move. That's potentially 1 thunder damage. This seems kind of like nothing. But at higher levels, you start adding thunder damage to the attack, as well as if they move, they take thunder damage, and that number only increases with the cantrip levels. And as I said earlier, it counts as casting a spell, so you can't do multiple attacks in one turn. So like fighters with double attack or triple attack, maybe not the best, but for an artificer or sorcerer, warlock, and wizard, those subclasses like blade singer, this can start to do a lot of damage. And you've now, if the enemy is a somewhat intelligent enemy, you have now locked them in a position where they know, if I want to move, I have to take that damage. It's really good for positioning and kind of controlling the fight a little bit as a spellcaster in melee range. If you don't like being in melee range, just Misty Step afterwards. That's a bonus action cast anyways. And you're out of there. Free of charge.